A very good morning and welcome, my dear students. In this part of the video, I am going to explain lesson 4, The Enemy, of your book Vistas. So, dear students, this chapter is written by Pearl S. Buck, and it is the time of the World War II when Japan was at war with America. An American prisoner of war got washed away to the doorsteps of a Japanese doctor, Dr. Sadao Hoki. The choice was very difficult for Dr. Sadao and his wife Hana. Should they hand him over to the police or save him from dying? Being a doctor, Sadao gives top priority to save the life of dying man. Not only does he save him, but also helps him in escaping to freedom. So let me give you essence of the story. Dr. Sadao Hoki's house was built on the Japanese coast. His father was very concerned about his education and his career, and he was very strict. His father never joked or played with him. Sadao knew that his education was his father's chief concern. For this reason, he had sent him to America at the age of 22 to learn surgery and medicine. And he had come back at 30 from America after learning surgery and medicine. When he returned from America to Japan, he became not only a reputed surgeon but a scientist also, and he got mastery in rendering the wound. So, before his father died, he had seen Sadao, his son, become a famous surgeon and scientist. His father was his ideal, his father was his role model, and it was the dream of his father that he wanted to see him as a reputed surgeon. So he had fulfilled the dream of his father. And in next part, Dr. Sadao Hoki, he married Hana. Sadao had met Hana in America. He didn't fall in love with her until he was sure he was Japanese. His father would never have accepted her unless she had been pure in her race, because father was orthodox and traditional. If Hana belonged to the other caste, might be possible father would never have accepted her as his daughter-in-law unless she had been pure in her race. Sadao met her at an American professor's house, Professor Harley's house. You can see in the last line of the page it is given. So Dr. Sadao met Hana at Professor Harley's house. They were perfectly happy and had 2 children. So Dr. Sadao had not taken decision to marry Hana in hurry. First of all, he made his career after the consent of his father. He married to Hana, and marriage was ceremonialized in a pure Japanese manner. Sadao and Hana found something coming out of the mess. A man seemed to be on his hands, and they saw that a man was just scraping. He was crawling. So earlier they couldn't understand who could be there. A man seemed to be on his hands and knees crawling. Then they saw him fall on his face and lie there. The person was wounded badly, lay motionless on the sand. He was a white man. He was American prisoner of war. On the right side of his lower back, Dr. Sadao saw that a gun wound had reopened. He was bleeding profusely. He packed the wound with the sea moss. He gave him first aid. In order to stop the bleeding, he wrapped the sea moss. The men cried but didn't awaken. They read the faint letters on his cap. U.S. Navy was written on his cap. So it was clear that the wounded person was an American. American was a prisoner of war. Now there was a dilemma in their mind. What should they do? If they sheltered the white men in their house, they would be arrested. But if they turned him over as a prisoner, he would certainly die. The couple was in a fix. There was confusion. They couldn't decide what should they do. All Americans were their enemies because the war was going on between Japan and America. If he were healthy, they could turn him over to the police. But he was wounded. He would die unless he was operated on. At any rate, something was to be done with him. Two servants were frightened at what their master had just told them. They thought that their master should not heal the wound. Servants, domestic servants, they were superstitious, they were orthodox, and they didn't want that their master should heal the wound of that white man. Even Yumi, she was caretaker. She refused to wash a white man, returned to her work. Hana, she was wife of Dr. Sadao. She herself washed the wounded person face with steaming hot water carefully. Like a dutiful wife, she was obeying her husband. Dr. Sadao asked Hana to help him to turn the men. She obeyed. She was asked to give the anesthetic if needed. The bullet was still there. He had lost much blood. Hana couldn't bear the sight, ran out of the room. She had never seen an operation earlier, so she became very nervous. Sadao went on with his work, but she came with a bottle and some cotton in her hand. Then, with a very clean and precise incision, bullet was taken out. The man quivered, but he was still unconscious. He only muttered a few words in English. Dr. Sadao declared men would live in spite of all. So, being Dr. Sadao, it was the ethics and moral obligation. Dr. Sadao operated him and tried his best effort to save the life of wounded men. He took risk of his own life, career, everything was at stake. So finally, he saved his life. The young man woke up after some time. He woke up, he was very weak. His blue eyes were terrified. When he saw where he was, Hana Dr. Sadao's wife consoled him. He was surprised to see that in Japan, that a lady, she was speaking English. So she comforted him that he would soon be strong. On the third day, Sadao examined the wound. Tom, prisoner of war, he was an American. Tom asked what they were going to do with him. He looked barely 17-year-old. For a moment, Sadao didn't answer. Tom was a prisoner of war. He should have been handed over to the police. Servants grew daily more watchful. Servants didn't like the idea that their master was giving shelter to an enemy. So the men, prisoner of war, thanked the doctor for having saved his life. The doctor cautioned him not to thank him so early. Dr. Sadao examined his bones carefully every day. Last stitches had been pulled out. Young men would be all right within a fortnight. On the seventh day, servants left them together. Hannah was very much terrified, but maintained her pride as a mistress. She paid them off and thanked them for all they had done for her. Old General was sick. He knew that Sadao was indispensable to him. When the troop was sent, so General didn't send Dr. Sadao with the troop. He didn't want Sadao to be arrested. Because General was in pain, might be possible he needed medical help, urgent operation any time. What would happen if he were condemned to death? Next day he would have to have his operation. He didn't trust other surgeons. The general hit upon a plan. It would be best if American could be quietly killed. General suggested him that he would send two private assassins. They are expert and they would kill him. He could send two of them to his house at night. Sadao agreed that it would be very natural. Sadao thought over the general's plan. The whole thing could go out of his hands. He didn't tell anything to Hannah. Next morning he went to the guest room. He thought of putting his boat on the shore that night with food, extra clothing in it. American might be able to row to that little island, not far from the coast. Nobody lived on that island. Dr. Sadao gave all necessary instructions to Tom. He asked him if his food ran out, if there would be shortage of food before he caught a Korean boat. He could signal him 2 flashes. He gave him his own torch in order to give signal to him. Young American shook Sadao's hand warmly, walked down into the darkness of the garden. Dr. Sadao informed the general that young men had escaped. General had promised Sadao to get him killed, but due to his own illness, might be possible he forgot to respect his promise. Sadao got his reward. He didn't receive any signal. No one was on the island. Prisoner of war had gone safe. In this way, Dr. Sadao saved his life 2 times. Sadao remembered he had a lot of difficulty in finding a place to live in America because he was a Japanese. Americans were full of prejudice. White people were repulsive. It was a relief to be openly at war with them at last. So, Dr. Sadao, he saved his life. He gave him lease of life 2 times. So this story, it has a moral. Pearless Buck's story, the enemy gives a definite message and moral to all readers. Basic human goodness overpowers all other factors. Narrow consideration of race, color, restrictions, even blind nationalism sometimes turns to be divisive. For a doctor like Dr. Sadao Hoki, life of a human being is of prime importance. Even a dying enemy has to be saved. American prisoner of war who was an enemy soldier. Japan was at war with America. Hence, patriotic feelings demand that an enemy soldier must be handed over to the army. That would have meant for him sure death. Basic human goodness overpowers Dr. Sadao. He saved the life of wounded prisoner of war, risking his own life and reputation. Dr. Sadao and his dutiful wife rise above narrow consideration of race and nationality. They face stiff oppression from their servants. Yumi even refuses to wash the wounds of a white man. Dr. Sadao performs an operation on the enemy soldier. He brings him out of the jaws of death. Not only that, he ensures the safe escape of enemy soldier to freedom. So it was very difficult choice to make for Dr. Sadao. He realized that the best way for him. Once there was dilemma in his mind when he saw the wounded person who was his enemy. So he could not decide what to do with him. So first he thought he must put the wounded American back into the sea. Human feelings and ethics of his profession overpowered him. He fully realized that he would put his aunt was a doctor, though he was just taking risk of his life, of his family. His wife's life was also in danger. If he didn't hand over the wounded American to the police, after all, he was a doctor. Ethics of his profession had trained him to save even a dying enemy. Putting aside all doubts and obstacles, the dedicated doctor and his kind-hearted wife Hannah operated on the enemy soldier, helped him to escape to freedom. So rarely do we see such example of high patriotism and professional dedication in an individual. By showing his total devotion to the wounded American soldier, he proved that human values are far above any other value system. So Dr. Sadao Hoki, he was a dedicated doctor and full of patriotism. No two things are exactly similar. Okay, so this is written, Dr. Sadao gives a new lease of life even to a prisoner of war. He performed an operation on him, saved him from dying. He rises above narrow racial considerations. Ultimately, human considerations outweighed all other petty considerations. So, selfless service, dedication, selfless service of humanity is always rewarded by God. So, this is the story. It has definite message and moral to all readers. Perles Buck has given suitable title to this story, and this title is quite appropriate and logical. Wounded American prisoner of war was their natural enemy. Dr. Sadao and Hannah should have handed him over to the police, but human consideration outweighed all other considerations. His duty as a doctor made Dr. Sadao to save the life of even a dying enemy. Thank you for watching it. Thank you for listening me, and just stay connected and keep watching. The next part of the video I will upload very soon. Thank you once again.